And where you lived in North Korea, there was no internet.
Yeah.
There's very little electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how much education did you get?
I never even seen the map of the world. So as even Asian, I did not even know that I was Asian. So the regime told me I was a Kim Il-sung race.
Kim Il-sung race.
Yeah, and then the North Korean calendar begins when Kim Il-sung was born. That's like to Taiwan, that our history begins. So I don't even know what Jesus Christ is. And I don't know anything before Kim.
And you had no idea that there was any other way to live when you're growing up like this?
Because I never seen the map of the world. I didn't even know like the Americans, how they looked like. Because we don't have internet, first of all. We have only one channel that government, controls every single content. We don't even have a cookbook. That's the thing, as a Korean, I don't even know what cookbook is. And not only that, there's no fashion, because, we don't have freedom to what we wear. So even when I heard the job called modeling, I was like, what is that? So everything that I learned here is like all new concept to me as a North Korean.
So when you would eat, where would you get your food from?
Mostly we just go to mountain to pick up plants, flowers, and like grasshoppers is the biggest protein source for North Koreans because he doesn't want us to be fed.
So he's purposely starving the people to keep them weak so that all they think about is surviving, so they don't think about revolution. There's no effort whatsoever to get food to the people.
It's not like effort, they're actually actively preventing people to get resources.
So it's just an entire country in a perpetual state of starvation.
Yeah. So the regime policy was, if we as long as keep the 10% alive who are in the capital, our rule is successful. So they were not going to do anything until 90% of population dies. Getting up in North Korea as a child was challenging because every day you get dizzy from the starvation. You get hear noise every single morning when you wake up. It takes 30 minutes to gather your thoughts to able to walk straight because everybody's in that mode of starvation. And in North Korea, you don't plan your day. You don't get to plan what you do with your life. A week before or a day before, there's announcement from the government how you're gonna spend your day, what to eat, where to go to work, what to do, when to go to sleep. Everything is determined by your own state.
So you never went days where you didn't see. This is a normal thing to see dead bodies.
It was every day as normal as breathing the air right now. Well, seeing that the bodies on the streets everyday thing. It was
Where were the bodies? Just laying around on the streets?
So they are floating in the rivers. And then they also, train stations somehow had a lot of dead bodies because North Korea is very cold. And there's a train waiting area. And North Korea has one train go to one distance once a month because there's no electricity. And sometimes people have to push the train. Yeah. Traveling in North Korea is an unbelievably difficult thing within North Korea.
When Kim Jong-il died and people were crying in the streets and people were sent to prison for not crying enough, it was performative, where people were performing. They were not really crying. They were wailing in this very theatrical way to let everyone know that they were complying.
Mm-hmm. It's your life is on the line. People watching you. If you don't mourn enough. That's the thing. If you don't mourn in the most extreme high, they're gonna send you to prison camp and execute you. So we are doing it to survive because North Korea is the most corrupt country that you can find right now in today's world. So corrupt.